Me and an idiot. You mad? The Otman Oustadi show about to start. In 3, 2, 1. Bra, bra, bra.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Otman Oustadi show. My next guest is an influencer, actor, model, and comedian. With hundreds of thousands of social media followers, he makes people smile for a living. Mr. Rowan, aka 𝐬𝐮𝐿. Welcome to the show, brother.
Yes,
Thanks for taking the time to come here.
Call me real. Everyone calls me real.
Let's do it, bro. First of all, before we get started, I have something for you. This is the traditional Indonesian hat. That's what they use in the... It actually suits you, you know? It suits you, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they use in the rice fields.
Yeah,
in
see
Indonesia,
them.
you know? What's your story?
My story is it's, just a normal story. I'm just a normal guy, you know what I mean? Just doing my thing, living life, enjoying life, doing social media.
Well, how did you come up with this idea of doing social media content, and specifically with the TFL one? You just decided to have a mic, start pretending to be the TFL guy.
It was an accident.
How can that be an accident?
It was a byproduct of something that I was doing at the time, which was a talent show. I was doing a talent show in central London. See, you got a parking ticket on the back of the laptop there.
Once a day.
So you got a parking ticket. So basically, I used to drive to central London with a big speaker, and I used to get people to come and sing, dance, rap, MC, whatever it is they wanted to do, perform comedy, whatever. I'd film it, I'd upload it to my TikTok. I only started it fresh, you know what I mean? I quit my job. I was working in construction before that, 20 years in construction. And then I started to do this. After the third week, I got a parking ticket for parking in the wrong place in central London. So the next week I said, I'm going to jump on the train. Obviously, I had a big speaker with me. And I just started making some announcements, and it just sounded real. So I just carried on doing that. Got the views. Views went up through the roof. Followers went up through the roof. So right now we're sitting at about 1.2 million total.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got 300,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Then you've got on TikTok how many?
300 on
300,000.
Instagram.
And what is the remaining other followers? What are they?
500,000 on YouTube.
YouTube. That's impressive. 500,000.
And about 100,000 on Facebook as well.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I thought that was forgotten. But you're grinding all across platforms.
Yeah, 4 platforms. Yeah.
Yes. How do you end up making such content though? Like just pure. It was random. You just go with the flow.
Yeah, it was
and you
just
ended up
random,
from there.
just go with the flow, and then obviously I saw that people liked it, so from there I just carried it on. Whatever I say is whatever on my mind at that time, you know. If I see someone wearing a red dress, I might say no red dresses. Like I might make up some random stuff. Like obviously you get the usual ones: people eating, drinking, vaping, and doing all kind of badness on the train. Obviously they make good pranks, but then obviously if there's no content, then I'll think of content.
How do you think about that? How you stay so creative? Because you're doing things that you don't really see other people doing. How?
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about it, innit? No one else does it. No one else in the whole world.
But how do you do it? How do you come up with such creative thoughts?
My brain's always ticking, shall we say. My brain's always thinking of stuff anyway. So what I say on my videos is stuff that I'd be thinking in my head if I'm just sitting on the train anyway without them. Do you understand what I mean? Certain people are like that. They'll just think they're always talking in their head.
But
My
they don't
brain's
make
always
it real.
ticking. But
So
they don't make reels
That's
out
right.
of it. Yeah.
So you take it into action, and
Yeah, that's it.
and this is the result of it. Essentially.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. How does somebody start? How somebody that wants to become an influencer becomes an influencer, essentially? How do you do that?
Take your phone and start recording videos.
A lot of people do that, and a lot of people post. However, they go nowhere near what you got.
Yeah, I mean, you have to see what your audience wants. I mean, I did get a few tips from before I started, I watched a couple of YouTube videos about how to become successful at influencing, like actual YouTube videos created by YouTube and uploaded to their own channel.
Okay.
And one of the things what they said was, it doesn't matter what you got to start with. Don't worry about if you've got the best camera. Don't worry about if you've got the best phone. Don't worry about if you've got the best microphone. Just go out there and record. Then when you upload them videos, people will tell you what they like. People will show you what they like in the views. So the views will go up on certain videos. Maybe other videos you won't get the views. So if you get, let's say if you do 5 videos, right? You do one about travel, you do one about food, you do one about cars, you do one about bikes, and you do one about girls, and one of them gets more views than the other one, then you focus on that one. Focus on making more of that content.
That's very interesting. So you got the education through the YouTube
Yeah,
content,
just a little couple of videos from YouTube, yeah.
and then you didn't really hesitate. You just started making content and posting, regardless of what people think. You didn't overthink it.
Yeah, regardless.
And that's very interesting. That's great.
To be fair, when I first started it, I didn't want it to be about me. So my channel was called something else when I first started it. It was named after my company, which is More Talent, Less Limited.
What does that do? What is it?
It's like an entertainment company. So I started it for entertainment, like maybe find singers, dancers, entertainers, comedians, whatever it may be. And I didn't want to be the face of it. So I actually wore a balaclava in my early videos. You can't even see my face.
Why the balaclava? What's the point of that?
Because I didn't want to be the main focus of the video. I wanted other people to be the main focus of the video.
I see. You tried to create a mysterious persona behind the scenes, essentially, and you wanted other people to basically grow.
Yeah, I wanted
Through
other
you.
people to get the spotlight through my platform. That way I can highlight who I want to highlight. I've done a lot of things in the past. I've made music, I've done certain things in the past. So I just kind of wanted to just leave it to other people.
So you're not doing that anymore. Now you're mainly focusing on this.
I'm focusing on this, but I also still do music. So I have a song that I play on my videos. So I upload my videos. I play that song underneath, very, very low volume. So subliminally, that song just gets in people's head. That's why people come up to me, they say mind the gap, or they say stand behind the yellow line. That's actually lines from my song. That's why they say it's like my phrases now.
That's a very smart idea. So basically you slowly in making them like your song subconsciously.
Yeah.
So after watching your content for some time, they'll be asking themselves, what was that song? Go back, Shazam it, find it.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's very smart. When it comes to the social media content, how do you monetize that? You live in Bali at the moment. Do you fully live out of your social media content, or you do other stuff as well?
Yeah.
Because, pardon my ignorance in the matter, but okay, I'll post videos on Instagram, but how do I get paid out of that?
I mean, Instagram is a platform that doesn't pay creators outside of the USA.
Okay.
So out of all of the platforms that I post, Instagram is the one platform that doesn't pay me.
I see. What about the other ones? How does it work? You have to reach a certain goal. How does a person basically make a living out of it?
On TikTok, you need to have 10,000 followers before you can join the monetization program. On YouTube, you just need to have 1,000 subscribers before you can join the monetization program. On Facebook, I think it's either 5,000 or 10,000 followers you need before you can get accepted for content monetization.
Okay.
And they have different programs within that to monetize different things on your page. So like right now, my Facebook page and my Facebook profile are both monetized. So anything I post, from stories to pictures to videos to even a status, I can make money from.
That's very interesting and very convenient as well.
Yeah.
Now you live in Bali. How come? Why did you move here? You don't like London?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love London. London's my home, but I kind of got a little bit bored of it for now. You know, I made a lot of content for 2 years. I was on and off the tubes for 2 years making content every week consistently. Some days I'd do Friday and Saturday. Some days I'd do just Saturday or Friday. But then towards the end, it just kind of got a little bit too much where I felt like I was burning myself out sometimes, you know, like sometimes I don't have a cameraman, so I'm filming it on my own. I'm going out on my own. Sometimes I do have a cameraman, so kind of helps if I got someone filming. I can get different angles, different videos. That's why most of my videos, you probably watch the viral ones and I'm not actually in the video. That's because I'm the one who's holding the camera.
I see.
That's because I'm the one who's making the announcement and I'm holding the camera at the same time. So,
is there anything about your life as an influencer that people don't know and your followers would be surprised to know about you that you probably never shared before?
I don't think so. At the end of the day, I think I'm quite open. Like a lot of people know about me. I've done YouTube before. I've done this channel, but it was a different kind of genre. So
what genre was it?
it was more like a kind of panel show. I don't know if you know what a panel show is.
Panel show, no. What is it?
So a panel show is basically just like a Zoom call or a Google call
I see.
with multiple people talking about multiple things. But it just become a bit toxic after a little while. I'd done that for almost 2 years. And it became toxic and my channel growth wasn't growing. YouTube didn't like that sort of content, so they didn't push it. Therefore, I only managed to get to like 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel before.
And what did you do in this panel show as well?
Talk about politics, talk about religion, talk about
it was actually
daily
serious
topics. Like, yeah, I mean, sometimes it was serious, sometimes it wasn't serious.
I don't know, from the way your content is portrayed on social media, I generally thought maybe you just jump on these panel shows and just disrupt it, say some nonsense.
No, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of people, trolls, we had a lot of trolls, you know, they come on and they talk bad about things that people hold close to their heart. So it's like, it can get kind of political, you know, like arguments, fights and this and that, threats and all kind of stuff. Yeah, all kind of stuff was going on there.
Yeah, because sometimes controversial stuff is what helps you grow even more. So I don't know, maybe if you done a bit of that as well in the past.
It helps sometimes, but on certain platforms it doesn't help you grow. Like you can't really grow on TikTok if you do controversial stuff. They don't like it as well. YouTube don't really promote that kind of stuff either. So you have to find a topic that people are happy to share, and also the platform is happy to have it on their homepage. You know, they happily put my videos on their homepage now. So if you go on YouTube,
is it?
Yeah, I'll be on the homepage or.
Oh, fantastic! So YouTube puts your videos on their homepage.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I've seen you recently collaborated with Nike as well. I saw
with who?
With Nike.
No.
What was it? Your face was printed on something. I don't know, one of your videos, your face was getting printed on something.
Oh, that was just in, I was on a little break in Singapore last week.
Oh, I actually thought it was some sort of brand that you were working with.
No, that's Audi,
Okay.
the car
Audi,
manufacturer.
there you go, I'm sorry. I said Nike, my bad. I was like, Audi. Interesting, that's very interesting. Okay, cool. When it comes to, let's say now, YouTube posts your video on their homepage, and then have you ever regretted a video that you posted and then you took it off? I don't know whether it's for hate or because you don't like the video or...
I never take videos down.
Oh, so you don't never second guess yourself. It just once you post it, it is what it is, whether
what it is.
It gets views or not.
I might get some bad comments, but
what about that?
live with that.
What about that? What about the hate? How do you deal with that? Especially being in front of the camera all the time. How do you deal with that? Because a lot of people don't wanna become an influencer for this exact reason.
2 years of doing a panel show. If you can't do 2 years of a panel show, being a host on a panel show, then you can never be an influencer. I think that actually prepared me for where I am now, because I mean, sometimes I do get hate. I get quite a few hate mail, like in my inbox, you know, people calling me N-word or whatever they want to call me. I just laugh at it. I might post it on my story and say, look at this joker.
What about in real life? Do you get any threats or
Nah,
hate?
No one threatens me in real life. I mean, they do it online because they're, what do you call them? Keyboard warriors. But in reality, when they see me in person, I'm not really a small guy. I'm 6'3". I'm not like timid, you know what I mean? So you can't just walk over me like that.
I see. That's very interesting. Is there any advice you would recommend your younger self? Maybe start earlier or anything?
I would have recommended my younger self to stay in school.
Why would you say that?
Because I think education is a good thing. I left school when I was 14, so
Okay, I see.
I didn't do no GCSEs, I didn't do no SATs, no exams, no college, no university, nothing like that. I think maybe if I'd have done that, maybe I might be in a different place now. Who knows? But
not necessarily in a better place, because
not necessarily in a better place. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, I just feel like sometimes maybe I could have been a doctor, maybe I could have been a lawyer.
But let's say you were a doctor, let's say you were a lawyer. What's the consequences of that? You've been stuck either in an office or in a hospital working 10-hour shifts. Now you're here in Bali living the life of your dreams. I mean, at the end of the day, wasn't that a better choice in your opinion?
I don't know. I can't say yes or I can't say no because I'm not a doctor. So if I was a doctor before and I was a social media person before, I could tell you the difference.
100%.
But I'm not a doctor, so
100%.
I can't say, it's better to be a doctor or it's better to be social media. Like maybe it's better to be a doctor. Who knows? Maybe working 10 hours a day saving people's life is more useful than actually making people laugh. But who knows?
100%. I mean, it definitely has its purpose to be a doctor and a lawyer, and we do need those type of people for society to move on. However, in my opinion, living the life of your dreams is better than most occupations. However, yes, you're right. Anything else you would like to share?
Are you living the life of your dreams?
100%, 100%. I mean, there is certainly things that I need to do to become a better version of myself. However, I can't complain.
Yeah.
We do what we want to do, and we move on. That's what it is.
And if you could do anything else in this world, what would you do?
Help more. I mean, I have a plan of building 100 water wheels for the people that can't access clean water.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not necessarily targeting a specific country. I just want to go anywhere that doesn't have access to clean water, dig a water wheel, and just move on to the next. And 100 of them will be my goal. That's one of them. And there is all the financial goals, and yeah, that's it really. That's really it. What about yourself? Anything else? Any plans? Growth-wise, charity-wise, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm working on a comedy series, but not in Bali. Back in the UK, I'm working on a comedy series, so I do have to go back at some point and finish that off. Also, I might have some other things coming up in the pipeline, but I don't want to say too much because you always
The
spoil
evil
it.
eye.
Yeah, you spoil it.
Fantastic. Sounds great. Brother, this was such a pleasure to have you here. Looking forward to see you grow even more. And until the next one, thanks for coming, bro.
Nice one, bro.
Yo! It's Otman again. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to never miss a valuable episode.